Hello. Today I'm making a garden bench. Well, my mom told me I should call it a garden bench because she thinks it'll get more views that way. Thanks, Mom. Alright, I'm going to be starting with the legs. This entire base is going to be made out of 4x4s and I'm going to be cutting half lap joints for the whole thing. Now, to make it a little safer to make this cut on my table saw, I'm making this little quick jig that will slide right on the fence of my table saw, and I can clamp my workpiece to avoid sticking my hand into the table saw. I should have raised the blade slowly as I was making the cuts, but on this first pass I tried to just go all the way through and it was kind of a pain in the ass. So on the next board I did exactly that and raised the blade up slowly. Then I used my Japanese pull saw to finish off the cut because my blade did not go high enough. Those two will sit together like that, and that's the start of our legs. Now this is a half lap joint in the middle of my 4x4, so I don't have the option to use the table saw like I did in the last piece. So I set the depth on my miter saw and made multiple passes, removing the material that way. I'm using the actual 4x4s to make these measurements instead of a tape measure, so they'll be more accurate. And there you go, look at all those half lap joints. Whoo, baby. These all interlock like a puzzle and make for a really sturdy base, and a base that I think looks pretty cool. Once I had them all dry assembled, I took them all back apart, added some glue, did some pre-drilling, put some screws in, and these legs were ready to go. I didn't have to cover up the screws because I knew they'd be facing in on the bottom of my bench and no one would ever see them. Not to mention this is a bench that's going to go outside next to a fire pit, so I don't really care. For the seat in the back, I just had these old 2x12s laying around that I decided I would use. I gave the whole base a coat of black paint and then sanded it back lightly to give it that distressed look, and damn! Sorry. So I grabbed these 2x12s and pre-drilled and screwed them down to the seat and the backrest. After that, I took my grinding wheel with my carving disc on it and started carving away on the sides of the seat and the backrest. I was just trying to give it more of a rounded over look, and then it was time to just sand it and poly it, and there we go. We got a new bench and it looks great. I'm really happy with this. It's a cool base. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. That doesn't mean somebody else hasn't done it. Anyway, I hope you liked the project. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. And please hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 1,000. I don't know why I care, but I do. So only 300 left to go. Thanks.
Bye, see you again, and have a good dream.